Come on in, y'all. We got a SmackDown session for y'all. Come on in. You new to the channel? Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that like sign when you leave. And welcome. You all are definitely welcome, no doubt. And big ups to all my day one loyal subscribers still riding with me to this day. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. No doubt. We got SmackDown on the table tonight. No doubt. Because Drew Titan gave us some real good information on Bark for the Bone, aka BFTB. Before we get into that though, I want to say this. Big ups to Dana White on telling Floyd Mayweather that he can't fight no more UFC fighters unless he coming over to the cage. Dana White told Floyd, no more UFC fighters coming over to boxing. Nah, bring your ass over to the cage. You want to fight one of my guys again? You fight him in the cage. Ain't no more taking them over to boxing, humiliating them because they don't really know how to box. No more of that shit. And I'm glad that Dana White did that. I'm glad he said that. Yeah, motherfucker. You want to box again? Fight somebody in real boxing. Floyd, you want to box? Come back and fight a real boxer in real boxing. Since you want to keep talking about the real boxers when you ain't boxing, come back and fight the real boxers still in the sport. What you scared of? And one other thing, y'all see how Floyd did that motherfucking recent interview talking about the fighters living check to check, paycheck to paycheck, and Tank felt some kind of way, right? Because Tank got older and seeing what's going on. How Floyd was getting over the shit I knew he was doing from the beginning. I mean, yeah. Floyd kept him in the position that he kept him in so he could talk like that. He could have been put him in legacy fights that would have had Tank nowhere near not living no fucking paycheck to paycheck, whatever the type shit he was talking. Tank should have been put that type shit behind him a long time ago. Yeah, and Floyd knew the way to do it, but he just ain't had Tank's best interest at hand. Anytime you don't put your fighter in the legacy fights and the win belts, super belts and shit, you don't have their best interest at hand. But let's get into what we came here to talk about. What we came here to talk about on this SmackDown. This motherfucker right here. Y'all know him. Bark for the Bone, aka BFTB. Yeah, man. Old BFTB guy, man. Look, man, so I was watching Drew Titan. I was watching a Drew Titan live yesterday. And in this particular show, I got a chance to hear Drew Titan expose some information that I've been waiting to get for years. On this bitch nigga BFTB, Bark for the Bone. So for y'all that don't know, when I first initially ever went in BFTB comments, I asked him, do you respond to people in public in boxing conversations like you do online when somebody tell you that Wilder was a sloppy fighter or Spence straight up and down or Devin has no power? When people say shit like that, matter of fact, Devin wasn't even, I didn't even have Devin in that question back then. It was only Wilder because it was that far back then when I first initially went in his comments. But I asked him, for stuff like that, when people say shit like that to you online, you respond telling them your girl didn't say shit about Wilder being sloppy when she was sucking me off. Or better yet, or better yet, her and your mother both didn't say that when when they was sucking me off. I've seen you. I've watched him switch lanes, move the goalposts, move the boxing conversations right into that. Where a person that the nigga that's debating with him shocked that he even said this shit that's online with him. Like, what the fuck? Where the fuck that came from? I mean, that's just how he did it. So all I wanted to know is if somebody was talking boxing to you in public, do you move the same conversation to a disrespect mode like that in person talking boxing? I asked you that. I asked Bark for the Bone that in the comments. That was my first initial thing I ever said to him. As best of the best. And guess what he told me back then, y'all? Guess what he told me in the comments? BFTV responded to me in the comments saying, yes, I would do the same exact thing in public to anybody he would be talking boxing with. That's what he told me. He said when he in public and he talking to people about boxing, if they say something that disagrees with what he is saying, then he flips the whole lane and wows them out. Your mother can suck my dick. You tell your daughter ain't say that. All the shit that we watch him do. That's exactly what he said, and that's the shit that started me. And that's the shit right there. When he said that, when he told me that, that's what got shit started for me. Because I knew the nigga was lying. I knew he was lying. And I'm going to let y'all hear the start. Before we even start talking about it, I'm going to let y'all hear his number one partner, himself, expose him yesterday on his live and tell us who the real BFTB is in public. Like I thought. I always said all these years, I keep telling y'all, if he was on a block, he the type nigga on the block, he gonna slide through real quiet, or he go out the back to go around, because he don't want to walk through a bunch of niggas all in certain areas and all that. That's the type I always said that I picture him to be that type in New Jersey, where he from. Growing up, that's what I picture him to be. And I was pretty sure that when he hold boxing conversation, or he out talking to somebody with boxing, I just knew, I could tell that he don't run his motherfucking mouth like he do online to nobody in person. And then guess what? His man told us. Check this out, y'all. Come chill with us. It's cool. Get to know us. Guess what? If you don't like us and you're confused, you want to get to know who we really are, why not taking the show up? How many times I tell you I'm not above a conversation? Let me tell you something. You meet BFTB in person. You think he's screaming when he's trying to make a point? You think he's doing that in real life? No, he's mad, calm, and laid back. The brother barely speaks. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But when we on this camera, we're trying to make a point. So you have to talk with bass in your voice. What did I tell y'all? All right. I tell you, man, if you don't know how much that then settled me just to hear somebody from their team finally let me know what I was really. That's all I was asking this bitch. So this lets me know, really, everything he doing is just to act. He trying to build his channel, get the views, have some. I see, all right, okay. But tell a nigga stop acting like it's. I know the nigga don't go in the streets and do no shit like that. That's why he never came and set his live up and stayed stationary and just wait for somebody to come to him and none of that. Because he don't act like that. Like Drew said. That's why he don't do that, y'all. So finally, Drew Titan was just talking about their he was just up and on that live he was talking about their upcoming meet and greet. And y'all hear how he proceeded to tell us about how BFTB is in public. He just told us. That's all I was asking the nigga. I asked him that the first time way back. Is that you in public? Is that you in person? I know you don't flip no conversation when somebody tell you that a motherfucker sloppy or they can't fight or they basic straight up and down. I know you don't flip conversations like that right in niggas' faces you don't know. The fuck? So, Drew told us BFTB is a super quiet guy in public, as I thought. Drew was so mad venting about all the shit he venting about, he couldn't help what he ended up telling the truth about. And Drew say he a soft-spoken guy when spoken to. He say when BFTB talking boxing with anybody in public, he has a cordial, regular conversation like people do regularly. That's what he said. It's crazy. And that's what I thought. I know you ain't crazy. You ain't talking out your mouth like that. Like you're only doing that shit because you sitting behind that board and you know motherfuckers can't come get at you at that moment. You know why you doing that shit. You know you don't do that shit in public. I already knew that. And I definitely appreciate that being exposed. So, but I want to know, why is it different online, though? Why can't you just talk boxing to niggas online the same way? Why a nigga gotta be talking to you and you gotta flip the conversation like that to them sucking, their mother sucking your dick or this, that? Why you got to do that? I mean, I'm hearing when BFTB has had conversations in public about Wilder turning down 125 mil. I'm hearing when you had conversations about Wilder turning down 125 Wilder turning down the 12.5 mil, BFTB simply says, hey, that's your opinion and you're entitled to that. He doesn't get no he don't got no footage telling nobody in person in the middle of a boxing question that and right in the middle of a boxing question that their mother didn't say that when she was sucking them off. He don't got nothing on footage like he got online footage of him doing that to nigga after nigga, different people state from state to state all over the place, talking to people and just flip the conversation like that when they don't agree with him on a regular basic boxing conversation. He don't have no footage of doing that to nobody in person. BFTB has never said that to one person in public that he talked boxing with in front of Drew, according to Drew. So, big ups to Drew. Big ups to Drew on letting us know that BFTB is definitely only being disrespectful. He's definitely only being disrespectful like he do online is strictly because he online. Okay. He not allowed disrespectful dude like that in public. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I've been wanting to know for the longest time. Why BFTB couldn't tell us that itself? I don't know. Because I already told him before Drew telling us that BFTB is a nice I don't know, because I already told him before, Drew telling us that BFTB is a nice quiet person in person is not a shock to me. Because I can tell he wouldn't even come out his cell. BFTB wouldn't even come out his cell in the right jails. I just can tell. I mean, type nigga been going out back doors, like I said earlier, taking long ways to the store, round the corner, cause certain dudes be on the block. I know who BFTB was. It's a few of your type here, and they stay in their motherfucking lane. They stay in their lane. But I could see them. I could see those same guys who I'm talking about. I could see those guys getting online and doing the shit that BFTB do. Some of them niggas, you wonder if them niggas is deaf or something, cause they never talk, cause they been scared all their life. They don't know what to say, and they don't know what to say, and don't want no problems at all. Don't know what to say and don't want no problems at all. And that's been my entire point with Bark for the Bone. And that's why the last 4 years I've been saying for him to go to the litty spots in the city he in and talk boxing on your live show. And he don't do that. Well, he won't do that because he knew in his heart he can't and wouldn't dare go in the public and disrespect a motherfucker changing boxing to somebody sucking him off. He just knew he wasn't going to go in the public changing boxing to somebody sucking him off. Straight changing the conversation like that, like he do online. Because he know as well as I know, listen, BFTB know as well as I know that his motherfucking job would have been broke. No doubt. We see y'all on the Get Back.
Straight in the booth, I get in there. Drippin' little baby like I got on swimwear. Really was trapping like 10 years. I got on Jordans, I got me like 10 pairs. I gotta get to the cash, yeah. They say a young nigga living too fast, yeah. I gotta get to the cash, yeah. They say a young nigga living too fast, yeah. I don't just fly, I get in it. Knew these fagels was bought with my tennis splash. Young nigga drip like I'm swimming. White boy came with the bag like it's Christmas. Yeah, bitch, I connected Wi-Fi. And I'm from where them young niggas die. Got it on me, you kiss, you can bye. Cause I promise I'm not with the rah-rah. Hey, I got a way. Drippin' that flavor. Down, I'm on the way. All that shit you rapping made up. I serve a pound, I get paid. Every day they'll get me rage. The weed that I'm smoking is great. Ayy, I'm on the right. Myself, I be late. Might fuck on your bay, I be cool with some bait. When they see me, they be looking to me. They know that I really do what I say. I just be flowing, I flow like a lake. Police behind me, I'm doing the race. I love my skill, I love punch out the weight. Get out the street, man, and feel like a maze. I know they like me. They know that I'm the key. I don't need a key. Start it up and ride the beat. I gotta feed the streets. I was hungry, ate the beat. I gotta give them what they need. I still be serving what you need. The price on the beat's down. Yeah. Fucking I leave now. Yeah. I made them believe. Serving the street. I got what they need. I got what they need. Straight in the booth, I get in there. Drippin' little baby like I got on swimwear. Really was trapping like 10 years. I got on Jordans, I got me like 10 pairs. I gotta get to the cash, yeah. They say a young nigga living too fast, yeah. I gotta get to the cash, yeah. They say a young nigga living too fast, yeah. I don't just fly, I get in it. Knew these fagels was bought with my tennis splash. Young nigga drip like I'm swimming. White boy came with the bag like it's Christmas. Yeah, bitch, I connected Wi-Fi. And I'm from where them young niggas die. Got it on me, you kiss, you can bye. Cause I promise I'm not with the rah-rah. Money to make. As soon as they hit them, we doing the race. Whole lot of moves I've been making. She wanna know what I'm doing today. I told you I go ahead and flow on the rate. Too much for the proof of my flow on the lake. Told her slap, she typing, I told on her face. Better watch them dummies run through the bay. It's way to run door, yeah. I get that bread as I'm throwing. I came out the soul. Need a plug, I go straight to the source. Smoke too much, then she come out my pores. Over her bourbon ain't doing no chores. I fuck my bitch and she call me the ball. I play the streets, they got heavy and phone. Fuck this design this kid. I like the drip and design this shit. My block is high, it's behind this bitch. I grip a track, get behind it, bitch. They know I'm thuggin', whoa. This shit is out of control. They love the way I flow. It ain't no stop, just go.